Good afternoon guys and welcome back to the channel, and a little bit of a different video today. So I'm indoors and obviously what we're going to be doing is going through Dave's drills from his online lesson last week. So I gave Dave the drills, so if you saw last week's video, which I'll tag now, you'll have seen that we needed to work on again, still trying to get him working that stroke a little bit inwards on the way back, stopping his path working out and then across the ball. We also looked at something to get the putter face square, so although he's got the triple track putter, he was still not able to line the putter up perfectly to his ball, and that was meaning that he was aiming way left, as we saw, or way right. So we can see on the video on the left here, we can see that that putter is aiming way right of target to start with, and then as he came through, see that he takes it slightly outside and very straight on the way back. Little bit of a loop, heel strike, and misses that to the right of his cup. So not even scaring the hole, and I'd like to say that's probably an 8-foot putt max, and he's not scaring the hole. So when we get onto the golf course, even if Dave's chipping's on, he's going to miss a few greens being a mid-handicapper, and then from there you might chip it up to 8 feet, and he's not really got a chance of holing those if we can't aim right to start with. So we brought in 2 drills, so you'll see that we got his yellow, I think it's called the yellow whip or something, the training aid. He uses it for his full swing, for his tempo, but it works perfect for his putter. There is actually a putter version that I did see for the first time a couple of weeks ago. But what it's going to do there, it's a very flexible shaft, so if Dave has any kind of movement out or external force, he'll see a bend in the shaft and then it'll really give him some feedback. So he was treating it like a belly putter. So you'll see as a result his posture's a little bit taller, back is less rounded because obviously that is a lot longer. It's more like a driver length shaft. So again, not a bad thing for Dave, gets him a little bit taller, gets him into a posture where he's able then to rotate his upper body or his spine a lot better. So we see if we go through that one, you'll see how now has a nice little arc inwards and in on the way through. Again, oh, wrong one. And we can see that that's then consistent. So Dave does a couple of swings with that, and then he brings in his putter. And so we'll see straight away, he is using a thicker line on this ball, but we'll see straight away that he's aimed a lot more towards target. Again, that first movement still wants to be out, so that's something that we will continue to work on, and the more he does this drill whilst he's in the house, the better he'll be after he comes out of lockdown. Again, here we can see there's now not as much loop. We still have a heel strike because of that putter moving out on the way back, but we can see that starts a lot more on line, probably left half of the hole, and that would have gone, obviously had a good chance of going in. So we can see that there down the line Dave's working, that upper body's got a little bit more movement in it, so on the way back a little bit more, and then on the way through, again I'd still like to see more, but we can see the start direction has improved straight away. So let's have a quick look at face on. So there's Dave before face on, and here's Dave now. We'll zoom out on that one so we've got a better. Again, we can see the ball position there is just in front of centre. So for me, one thing here with Dave as he worked the putter away, we'd have a little bit of drag. So we still want to work on that a little bit more. Movement in the wrist, but we'll see that we'll make a slight alteration to these drills, and then on the way through we still see that we could get a little bit more rotation from the body. So if we go back and we get him with the orange whip, we can see how much more rotation there is there with his upper body. So look at that, look how high his left shoulder goes in comparison to here. So a lot more rotation. So that's something that we want to work on with Dave. We saw that it wasn't as good as when he went back to the putter. Again here, if he comes into setup, It's a little bit better, but we can still see that's something to be worked on. So one thing I want for Dave, obviously his posture looked better with the orange whip from down the line, and the reason being is obviously it made him be a little bit taller. So we're just going to get Dave to use the full, not the best arrow I've ever seen drawn here, use the full length of the grip. So we're going to get him to grip up there, and again that'll bring his arms better connected to his body, and then it allows him easier to rotate the upper spine. So little things here. So we've done an online lesson, we've given him some drills, and we see that it has improved his aim. So if we have a look here, this is after. So let's look at that one, and then let's change here. Okay, so again, we've done the online lesson. We can see clearly there that that putter before was aimed up way left. If we now come into there now, draw a line down the side of that, we can see that that's drastically improved just by having a training aid in there. So something as simple as an alignment stick has helped him get his aiming the putter better, and if we can aim the putter to start with, we've got a lot more chance of starting the ball online and having a chance of going in. If the putter is not aligned at straight to start with, where we want to start the ball, then we're going to have to make adjustments. We're going to have to manipulate the putter to try and get that starting online. And then when you obviously have a bad putting round, it's very hard to break down why you've missed putts, because you think you're aiming good, but realistically you're not aiming where you want to. So Dave's got a thicker line on the ball there. It's made it easier for him to align, and then as a result we saw that would have had a chance of going in. So although obviously we've made these changes, we can see the improvements there. We can see that that's improved his aim, which was one of the main focus. We've seen when he uses the orange whip that it does give him a more consistent inward path. We're going to make some slight changes. So this again is a part of an online lesson where you would send the videos in, we'd get you working on some drills. If we need to tinker and alter, then we're going to do that. So with Dave, we're going to get him doing some putts where he's gripping further up the putter, so using the end of the grip, and then we'll get him to send some more over in a couple of weeks. So he'll still be using the orange whip. He's going to then use the full length of the putter, and then hopefully when we get back into the golf course and when I can get back in the studio, we can get Dave in there to see how this has worked numbers wise on Capto, and then we'll get him back out on the golf course and put it into action. So guys, if you have any questions on online lessons, obviously they are busy at the moment, but even throughout the season, if you are unable to get to Waterfront, obviously that is an option for you to have, and we can monitor you and start to improve that short game. So this was supposed to be on Wednesday, unfortunately, technical issues as seems to be a common occurrence at the moment. But tomorrow, so this is going to go on Thursday, tomorrow we'll be going through Dave's short game, so he's going to send me over some chipping from the garden. We're going to have a look at that, see how that's coming along, as we've gone through that before on the channel. We're going to see if we can make him have any drills for in the garden, so when we get back and put him through some testing and back out on the golf course, we can hit the ground running and start working towards single figures. So guys, a little bit of a different video there. Hopefully you've enjoyed that. As for now guys, I will see you again tomorrow.